guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another speed build. I'm actually back with a little bit of a special video today, because after years of being asked, and finally giving in 6 months ago and deciding, you know what, no, I'm going to do an apartment instead, I'm building my current dream house. I've taken so long to do this, even though I've gotten asked many times to build my dream house, because I honestly had no idea what I wanted, and it feels like a very far future, like maybe never happen. I can't imagine living in a house, owning a house. That's just such an expensive endeavor and something that I can't feasibly see happening anytime soon. So I never really thought about it much. But recently, I've been really wishing I had a yard so I would have a place for my dog to run around. And you know, it's not realistic for me right now, but I can at least build something I think I would like in The Sims. So this isn't like a big extravagant house. I think it's a perfect size for what I would need, and it is for me, my boyfriends, and our 3 pets. I have a cat, a dog, and a rabbit. So the weird thing about building a house in The Sims that is intended to be what you would want in real life is sometimes you end up with rooms that really don't make sense in The Sims. And what I mean by that is, one of my dreams, if I ever own a house, is to have another bedroom, which would be the rabbit room, which sounds really weird. I'll just take this minute to talk about rabbit care a little bit, I guess. Not too much, but basically rabbits aren't really meant to be in cages. I would ideally like to free roam my rabbit, but since I also have a cat and a dog, it's not safe for her to be around predators all the time. So she has like a giant playpen that she is in when we can't supervise her, and when we can, she's just roaming around, hopping around the house. She's litter trained. It's a great time. Rabbits are amazing. However, we really want, if we ever get a bigger place, to have a room. So instead of her being in a playpen when she can't be supervised, she has a whole room to explore. And then when we can supervise her, she can go wherever she wants. So that room exists in this house, which is kind of odd because we don't have rabbits in the game. And so it looks kind of funny, but you could definitely turn it into whatever you want if you guys want to download this house, and it will be available on the gallery if you'd like to grab it. And like always, if you want to download this, you can find it on the gallery under my origin ID, which is Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MsGryphi, or I will have it linked down below in the description as well. But the outside of this house is coming together now. We're working on some of the landscaping. I definitely feel like this house kind of is inspired by Craftsman houses, like the exterior. I have a lot of different styles I like, and that's why I want to stress this is my dream house right now. I feel like there's a lot of houses that could qualify as somebody's dream house because there's so many different styles I like, and maybe I would someday want a bigger home, or maybe I want something smaller than this. I don't know, but I think for right now, just playing and building in the game was so much fun, and in thinking, okay, what would I want? And designing this space particularly for my needs and what I would like it to look like. And I know it's not going to be everyone's taste because there's a lot of black, a lot of gray, and a lot of white. There's not a whole lot of color in this house, and that's just my personal preference when it comes to decorating for my own space. Sometimes in builds, it's really fun to add a lot of color, but those are for more, I guess that's for other people. When I was decorating a house for myself, this is very much the style I wanted to go for. So I'm in the basement right now, adding a sliding door to an outside area and trying to figure out the floor plan throughout. There's a lot of things as I thought of them. I was trying to plop it down so I wouldn't forget, like making sure I had a washer and dryer in this house because that's something that living in an apartment you really wish you had. Also, you saw me putting down the bunny because, you know, that's going to be the bunny room. But working on plenty of landscaping, I definitely wanted a yard. I was thinking a backyard originally, but I really liked this lot really far away from anything. I think it's really peaceful not to be near a big city, and that's just my personal preference. So I thought out here in the countryside of Windenburg was the perfect place to go ahead and place this house. And like I said, the side yard is for my dog. Later on, I will be adding a bunch of agility stuff out there because while he's never done that, he is super smart and trained really easily, and I think he'd be good at it. So I thought that would be kind of fun. But we're moving on into the living room here. You'll just see, it come together with things you're like, oh yeah, that's very Tanya, because I sometimes fall into this style in just regular builds that aren't meant for me because I think it's so pretty. There's a cat tree in here and just a lot of places to sit. But I did want to talk a little bit about what is in this house and how I laid it out. I really liked the feature of the stairs when you first walk in, where you could go up or down. Upstairs is kind of a loft bedroom type area. It's not really a loft, but it opens directly into the bedroom, and that's the only room really upstairs other than the bathroom. And then if you go downstairs, that's where the laundry is, the little outdoor space, and then my office for filming. So right inside the front door, I wanted to make sure there was a table you could throw your keys or your bag or what have you on. So there ends up being a basket up on top that you could throw keys on, and also like some decorative keys on the wall, which I thought could be like a key hook because I have one of those currently and I find it very convenient. Maybe the baskets where you throw mail and stuff. But I did have dog leashes over here, as well as a toy box for all of the doggy toys underneath the table, and a couple of other decorations including books and a clock and some magazines as well. So pretty simple there. And then this is the little hallway leading into the kitchen. I thought having a corkboard would be nice. And then this is my favorite part, this really pretty arrow I put on the steps pointing to go downstairs for where the filming space was. I doubt I would ever have anyone come to my house to do a video with me, but I just thought it was kind of a cute thing. Nobody really needs to know how to get to the office, but I liked it. And it's my dream house, so I could do it if I wanted to. I just thought it was a fun addition. But then over in the corner of the kitchen, I just talked over it, but that's sort of like a mudroom / pantry area. It has another sink, that's where the microwave is, a bunch of storage, and then where the pet bowls are. But just adding lots of clutter in the kitchen, all of your spices, some pots and pans, the cutting board, more pots and pans. I tried to keep it pretty open in here. There's only a couple of cabinets in the main kitchen space. There's more over in that pantry area that we already did, but I mostly just have this open shelf over here. So right now I do have the wood wallpaper that we got with Eco Lifestyle as the backsplash in the kitchen, but momentarily I will be switching it out, unfortunately, but also because it makes more sense and I also like it, for the subway tiles. I have always wanted subway tiles in a kitchen. I know it's a really simple thing a lot of people have, but it's something I've always wanted. And now we're zooming real quick over the bunny room. It's probably the most not important room for somebody downloading this house, but basically there is an area that maybe you could fence off if somebody was in here. I shrunk down a toddler bed for her to hang out on because she has a tiny doll bed I got at IKEA, so it was pretty realistic. I also added some of this bedding. I wouldn't be bedding, I'm pretending it's bags of hay to provide her with because she doesn't need any bedding. And then I have a bowl over here with some greens in it, and I just thought it came out pretty cute. There's also a Murphy bed in there, so if there was company, the Murphy bed could come down and you could fence her off in that smaller space temporarily when somebody was sleeping, unless they were fine with, bunny cuddles in the middle of the night. So yeah, that's what that room was. It went by really quickly, but we are in the basement now working on my office. It's very similar to what I have now, with the exception of I have that wood wall, which is pretty much throughout the whole house somewhere, because I just think it's really pretty. It's my favorite wallpaper in the game, and I've always wanted something like that in real life. The one thing that I've always also really wanted that I didn't put in this house because it didn't really fit with the rest of it is exposed brick walls. And I think that really comes into play with having multiple dream houses, because I love industrial interior design. I have like a very industrial kitchen currently where like I have a copper backsplash, black hardware. It's really cool, but it's only one of the styles I like. So I had to kind of pick one and go with it. Maybe not everything matches the same style, because I also love mid-century modern. There's a whole lot. It's just really hard to pick one thing that you like and go for it. So I might do another dream house someday with a different style. Maybe my opinions have changed by then, what I'd like, more space, less space, different location. Maybe it's an apartment in a city. I don't know. Because I kind of like both of those things. I love apartment living. I don't know if I would want to be in a big city though. That's the thing. It's difficult. But anyway, this bathroom, it's going by real quick. But this was one of the biggest inspirations for doing this house. I really wanted a central window in a peaked roof at the top of the house in this like central, it's what catches your attention of the house. Big window there that was overlooking a beautiful bathtub in like the master bedroom space. I really, really wanted that because one thing that I really wish I had as somebody that lives in an apartment is a spacious tub. Don't have one. But anyway, this is the master bedroom space. Like I said, it opens right up. There's no door into it. And there's the bed space, and then this is the office nook that I did over there. That is an additional computer space for my boyfriend. So while I have the office to record in, he's also really into writing. So I wanted to give him a space for that. He even has his little typewriter and everything because he kind of collects them, and we have just like a closet full of typewriters. So, maybe one of them is a special one that we get in a special case, like the antique one we have in game. But just adding some more decorations to the kitchen as well as some lights, and then popping back outside to finish up some landscaping. I can't remember if we already went inside the garage or not, but having a garage is definitely a must-have for my dream house because I live in New England and nobody wants to shovel out their car after getting 2 to 3 to 5 feet of snow. So anyway, with that, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching what my dream house might be. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd love to have you join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend if you are watching this when I upload it, or day, whenever it is. Okay, screenshots. Bye.